Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving into some recent expert insights to figure out something we're all wondering. Is AI stealing your job, or is it actually paving your way to becoming a millionaire? We're looking at some truly fascinating source material today that completely reframes the whole conversation around artificial intelligence. We're moving way past that basic "what is AI" discussion and getting into the absolute reality of how it's reshaping our economy, the way we work, and ultimately, how we value human skills.
Here's our roadmap for today. We'll cover threat or gold mine, generative versus agentic AI, selling products not skills, does AI kill creativity, the zero margin of error, and finally, the ultimate superpower, balance. Let's get right into it. All right, so we've got to start by directly addressing that massive universal anxiety you might be feeling right now. Are the machines actually coming for your livelihood? I mean, it's the biggest question floating around comment sections in boardrooms everywhere. And to get a real answer, we have to look closely at what the data and the experts are actually observing out in the wild right now. Section 1. Threat or gold mine. Let's take a look at the market. Our source notes a massive 30 to 40% drop in traditional job availability on platforms like Upwork and Fiverr since AI really hit the scene. Now, when you hear a number like that, the immediate reaction is total panic, right? It's super easy to assume the sky is falling and that client demand has just entirely evaporated. But the experts in our source material argue something entirely different. They say the jobs didn't just vanish into thin air. Instead, their entire nature evolved. The market hasn't actually shrunk. The expectations of the buyers have simply leveled up.
Here is the real paradigm shift. AI isn't eliminating work across the board. What the source makes totally clear is that AI is really only dangerous for repetitive task doers. On the flip side, it massively empowers critical thinkers to do the work of an entire team. So if your job relies on average, monotonous, repetition-heavy tasks like, say, basic data entry or bottom-tier content writing, then yeah, the source warns those roles are actively being replaced. But if you're a problem solver who leans on critical thinking, AI is essentially a gold mine. It literally gives you the output power of 10 people, letting you execute huge, complex solutions totally on your own.
To really thrive in this new environment, we need to understand the next major leap in the tech. Section 2. Generative versus agentic AI. We are rapidly moving past AI that just spits out text and stepping into the era of agentic AI. Think of this as your own personal digital workforce. For the last couple years, sure, we've been amazed by AI answering our questions or writing essays. But agentic AI takes the human completely out of the repetitive loop. It doesn't just process information, it actively takes action. It uses tools, makes decisions, and strings together complex workflows completely autonomously.
Think about it like this. Generative AI gives you the recipe, but agentic AI actually cooks the meal and serves it to your client. Generative AI is like a really smart advisor sitting on your shoulder, telling you what a great email should look like. Agentic AI, though, it actually drafts that email, hits send, waits for the client to reply, reads their reply, and drafts the follow-up for you. It's an active participant in your business, not just a static encyclopedia.
And this completely changes how you make money. Section 3. Selling products, not skills.
The source uses this absolutely fantastic restaurant analogy here. Buyers don't want raw skills like coding or writing anymore. They want the convenience of a finished end-to-end product. I mean, think about it. You use food delivery apps even though you technically know how to make a sandwich, right? You're paying for the convenience of the finished product. In the professional world, clients no longer want to hire a writer, a designer, and a coder separately. Because AI makes putting the pieces together so incredibly easy, clients now just expect to buy the completed, ready-to-use solution.
This naturally builds into a completely new workflow, especially for young entrepreneurs. Instead of selling a basic skill, like, hey, I can design a logo, you identify a specific small problem a business has. Then you use AI tools to build a complete functional solution. Maybe that's a fully automated booking system. Finally, you sell that entire end-to-end package. You've got to stop selling your hours in individual skills and start selling completed mini products.
But wait, if AI is doing all the heavy lifting and building, doesn't that make us less creative? Let's get into Section 4. Does AI kill creativity? The expert source drops this really provocative quote. They argue that AI destroys the creativity of those who never had it to begin with. Basically, AI only ruins your creativity if you're blindly copy-pasting without actually thinking or reviewing the work. If you treat AI like some magic homework machine and just pass off its first draft as your final product, then yeah, your brain is going to atrophy.
But if you use it as a brainstorming partner, challenging its outputs and refining its ideas, it doesn't kill your creativity even a little bit.
In fact, when you use it correctly, the results are incredible. Think about compressing a mundane 4-hour task into just 15 minutes. When you do that, you unlock a massive amount of free time to experiment, consume literature, and genuinely elevate your creative output. Because, creativity requires input. It requires reading, learning, and exposing yourself to new ideas. By eliminating the grunt work, AI gives you the greatest gift a creative person could ask for: time. And those who use that time to review, tweak, and iterate on AI's output, they're finding their creativity is absolutely skyrocketing. Now, no good narrative is without a little tension, right? We have to ground all this excitement with a serious reality check. Section 5, the zero margin of error.
The source shares this fascinating anecdote. A user fed pictures and x-rays of his mother's severe foot injury right into an AI, and flawlessly, the AI diagnosed the issue and prescribed a specific treatment. But here's the crazy part. Over the next few days, 3 separate human medical consultants reviewed that exact same case, and they recommended the exact same treatment. The AI was 100% correct, perfectly matching top-tier human medical expertise. But, and this is a massive but, while AI is incredibly accurate, its tendency to hallucinate even one wrong answer means human empathy and human oversight absolutely must remain in the loop anywhere there is a zero margin for error. Think about it. If an AI gives you 10 medical answers and 9 are pure genius, but 1 is completely fabricated, that one hallucination could literally be fatal. You simply cannot automate healthcare or high-stakes legal decisions without a human in the loop. Plus, AI has zero empathy. You can't deliver a life-changing medical diagnosis without human emotion and genuine care. So for the foreseeable future, these high-stakes fields will use AI as a brilliant assistant, definitely not a solo practitioner. So, how do we survive this overwhelming technological shift without just burning out entirely? Let's hit our final point. Section 6, the ultimate superpower, balance.
Our explainer source concludes with this really powerful, honestly kind of jarring metaphor. They say that without mental health and work-life balance, giving someone AI is like giving a monkey a matchstick. If you sacrifice your physical and mental health just to hustle and chase money in this new tech landscape, handing you the massive power of AI is genuinely dangerous. There's just so much informational noise right now, you guys. New tools, new updates, a new panic literally every single day. If you aren't grounded, if you don't actively maintain your mental health and unplug, the sheer speed of this technology will completely consume you. Balance isn't just some fluffy wellness buzzword anymore. It is a required operating baseline if you want to safely wield these new tools.
Which leaves us with a final thought to ponder as we wrap up this explainer. Are you controlling your AI tools to build a balanced life, or is the noise of the AI era controlling you? We know the paradigm has shifted from basic skills to end-to-end products, and that insane power is literally at your fingertips. But true wealth in 2026 isn't just going to be measured in dollars generated by your AI agents. It's going to be measured by your ability to maintain your critical thinking, your empathy, and your peace of mind amidst all this noise. So take a hard look at your current workflow. Who is really in charge? Take that question with you, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.